Hello, Adam Drummond here from wagawagga.tv. This is the online TV program all about people, places and property. Very excited today. It's episode number 3 and I'm joined by one of my mentors. He's a great man. He's involved in the moment with a film that's being released, the very first feature film of Wagga Wagga Backyard Ashes. I'm joined by Peter Cox, co-writer, co-producer. How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
Thanks for joining me.
Oh, pleasure. It's great to be here.
Now, Coxie, you're a co-producer, co-writer of Backyard Ashes. What's it like when you've got an idea in your mind, then all of a sudden it's on the paper, you're conceptualising it, and now it's about to come to full fruition, your little baby. Yeah. What's the experience been like?
Well, very exciting. Like, it started probably 10 years ago, so it's developed slowly. Then all of a sudden went off in a rush, and before we knew it, it was only 12 months ago we were actually filming in Wagga.
Yeah.
About this time, 12 months ago, and then it's there. So very excited, and just I feel confident about the film. I feel good about the film. I just hope everyone else enjoys it and comes to see it.
So how did you decide upon backyard cricket? What was the spark that got you onto that plot line?
Always enjoyed the backyard cricket, even as a kid.
You played it yourself?
Yep, excuse me, and played a lot of it as a kid. Played it and just a lot of stuff, football and everything. You just did backyard stuff, And then over the years, I just had, probably 10 years ago or more, I'd had a chat with a friend of mine, Fred Goldsworthy, and we're just chatting about the sort of characters that I've met and played backyard cricket with over the years. And a lot of these are actually will be discovered in the film. A lot of these characters are people I knew over the years. And we thought, why not make a film about it? But it needed a reason to bring these guys together, and we wanted it to be Aussie and Pom.
Beautiful. Now, for those who haven't seen it, we're just going to cut right now to a preview, the trailer of the film, just a snippet of it. But you can see it in cinemas from the 7th of November onwards. Here is a sneak peek of Backyard Ashes.
Are you ready for this, Dougie? The full Dennis Lilly, complete with gold chain and chin music. Dougie Waters, legend in his own backyard.
That's the sneaky Pom who sacked Norm. Now he's bought his house on the cheap. I can't live next door to a bloke like that.
I'm the one who has to tolerate them at work. I mean, why should I put up with them and then crept in this backyard boozer?
You can turn this one up a bit.
They are an uneducated, unruly mob.
Bit rude.
Apparently Douglas is a bit of a cricketer.
Rival neighbours are now at war over a bizarre incident involving a prize-winning cat.
Really was an accident. Pretty funny accident.
The two men now agreeing to settle their differences with a game of backyard cricket.
An event the public has named the Backyard Ashes.
We're playing for pride here. Let's not forget these blokes actually play cricket.
Don't underestimate a cornered convict.
You tell us about the rules. Anything caught by the ladies is out.
Got him! Yeah. One hand, one bounce, one beer. Good partnership.
Stuck here on 49 runs and 22 beers.
Now you've got Pom!
Maybe a tad too much gas.
There we go, the trailer of Backyard Ashes.
It's nice.
It's funny. Now, most writers, because you co-wrote this with Mark Grentel, the director, most writers don't get a chance to hang around on set. They sort of wait until it comes out onto the big screen. But because you're also a producer, you're able to be on the set with all the cast and crew.
Yeah, they actually allowed me to be part of it.
Wander around and get in the way and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah, that's right. I felt I did a fair bit of that.
Yeah, and you were with a lot of big name actors. We had John Wood, Felix Williamson, Andrew S. Gilbert, Rebecca Massey. A lot of egos. Was there any clashes on set?
Oh, no, and if there were, I'd never give them away. No, but I mean, it's interesting to note that actors bring a lot to the filmmaking, especially with the script. So there were changes being made regularly.
Yep.
And I would go home and fiddle with them at night and bring them back again. And they were also just playing with the words enough so that to help their delivery. So there was a lot of work created by the actors, and which was fantastic, which obviously improved the film.
And the whole film was shot and produced here in Wagga Wagga. How on earth did you get funding for such a big project?
Well, we didn't. We didn't get any funding. No, we went hunting for it.
Right.
And we created an investment system where people could invest in the film,
Yep.
which gave us a fair bit of the money to start with. And that just came from really generous business houses who wanted to be part of it, and friends and family wanted to be part of it, so they all invested in it.
Yeah, right. And so we've got opening night is tomorrow night, the premiere night I should say, the preview is the 6th of November. What has to happen in order to get a national release?
Well, what we're doing now is we're starting off at the grassroots.
Yep.
So we obviously have to show the film.
Yep.
Started in Wagga because that's where it was made, and it belongs to Wagga.
Yep.
It's part of Wagga, you know, and the community of Wagga created. So that's where it starts, and then we're also going to Orange at the same weekend, Tamworth, and also Albury, more regional cities. So we want to get a regional city build to it.
Yep.
And because that's where it was created, and then from there we'll build up to some more in New South Wales. Then we'll start going to the coast, and then hopefully we'll go to other states.
Yep.
And there's some interest. If it goes well in this first weekend, it'll make it a lot easier. So that's when we've got to get the numbers on in the door.
Terrific, and a lot of people probably don't know, but you've been directing and producing a lot of musicals and theatre here in Wagga over the last 25 years. How many do you reckon you've directed?
Well, I'd reckon it's over 100, well over 100
Right.
productions I've done over the years, because I probably started, the first one I started was about directing was 1975, I think.
Yep.
Finley Amateur Dramatic Society. And so, yeah, I probably at least well over 100, probably 200 if I count them properly.
And how different is the whole experience of going from stage to film? What's the experience difference?
It's very simple. Nothing like it.
Right.
Nothing like it.
Right.
Yeah, really different. A really huge learning curve
Yep.
for both Mark and myself.
Yep.
In writing and creating and producing. All those aspects are really different to theatre. And I've just watched, I went and saw the wonderful production of Oliver the other night, and I was sitting in the theatre and said, okay, so you, after this performance, you can go away and have a fiddle and fix things.
Yeah, right.
Once you've made the film, it's forever.
That's it.
Yeah, and that is a really daunting prospect.
And that just mentioning Oliver as well, I'm going to have you on as a bit of a regular here on wagawagga.tv, because we'll be talking about the arts and some of the things coming up. What's Peter Cox got in store for 2014?
Oh, next year I've got a few little smaller projects, as small as I could make them, projects coming up. I've got this idea that I'd like to create a theatre piece, especially at the Old Manor Inn at Time Out Restaurant.
Oh, Time Out Restaurant,
of ghost stories,
Beautiful.
Ghost and ghastly. I'd like to, and really
scare the bejesus out of people.
Have a lot of fun with some classic ghost stories, and performances. So it'll be a live performance, but yeah, it will be. I just want to do something totally different, and I think it will be.
Yeah.
And I've got a cabaret show coming up, which will involve the legendary Enchilada sisters.
Right.
You know, and that's a fairly crazy bunch of Latino girls, which I might come here and do some auditions. I'm on audition for that.
Get some people out of Wagga, you mean?
Yeah, it'll be a local performance, production that will take around the region, you know. And so I've got a couple of little ideas, and of course I'll be also touring. We've got a fair few productions of The Great Pizzarotti with Jamie Way. We're doing a fair few performances early next year already lined up. So. That take up, and I've got a writing thing with Mark for another film writing project that we'll be looking as soon as we get a spare 2 days.
Dive back into it. So just in wrapping up, I've got a final question for you. This is a question that I'll be asking all the guests on wagawagga.tv. Here in Wagga Wagga, if there was one thing that you would like to see come to full fruition, it can be anything big or small, what would it be?
You mean in the arts?
No, anything in Wagga. Could be a flying fox from Willans Hill, anything.
Oh, I hadn't thought that much, that far ahead. No, but what I'd like to create in Wagga is a cabaret festival, cabaret, and bring them from all over Australia and develop a cabaret festival. That's what I'd like to do sometime.
And we're known for our festivals. We've got the Jazz Festival and everything.
Oh, you've got all sorts and we've got some great venues to do these things.
That's right.
And it'd be something different.
It would be.
That would be something that I'd be interested in.
Well, mate, good luck with Backyard Ashes tomorrow night, being the preview. Everyone's very excited about this opening night. You can get group discounts, I will make note of as well. So if you go in groups of 20 or more down at Forum 6, you'll get a discount. But it's a big film. It's big for Wagga Wagga. Thanks for joining me, mate.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's great. Good on you. What a
Good
fantastic idea you have here.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Good on you. So that's Adam Drummond from waggawagga.tv. Remember, it's the online program about people, places and property, brought to you by Livestream Australia and Wagga Wagga Web.